what we perceive as past, present, and future, the past has happened, the present is now, and the future has yet to come, are all really playing out simultaneously in a space of oneness. And from the perspective of oneness, all the dimensionalities of time are playing out, all at once. And when we make an adjustment in our present, it reverberates in a changed future. And when we choose to draw upon an energy in the past, that energy imparts its song both into the now and gets an extra burst from the future of existential resonance, and is more powerful and profound, and shifts the future and your present in suddenly being a more essential resonance, and reverts the past. All these playing out simultaneously. There is this idea that all these dimensionalities, all these layers of you, they're all layered one on top of the other, and to the degree that an individual chooses to fall into passive co-creation, victimhood, falling to the reverberations of the elements, that individual draws all those resonances and all the layers of the past and broadcasts them to reveal themselves continually and manifest in the future. But there is a sacred idea that some resonances are put into play back in the future, and to the degree that they are not redeemed, they keep relaying and replaying and replaying. They leave a residue impression, a reverberation, and even souls in our time, they feel the momentum of this reverberation to some form of victimhood or oppression, and they're born innately attracted to a reactive stance or a stance of fight or flight. And the sacred idea is that if we go back and focus on the root of the resonance from where it started, and we send forth a space of gratitude. But true forgiveness is gratitude for the source of the reverberation, for the lessons of the oppression that it imparted to the world to teach. We cut off the echoing, the reverberations of tit for tat at source. And in doing so, we remove the momentum energy, and then suddenly movement in your now that seemed impossible, that were always a wall, suddenly it's like a new now, and it flows, and people are more malleable, they can shift and adapt easier, they're not concentrated in patterns based on the reverberations of defense of what was. Right now in our time, we are seeing some incredible things happening across the world. Young people yearning for freedom in a totalitarian regime. It's not the first time we've witnessed this, but in this country that it's happening in the Middle East, it is seems to be way ahead of time. Early, at least 5 years early. And I would say that it's people, those who work with the light, those who work with broadcasting the benevolence of the future, drawing it from the future and bringing it forth into the now, and with that clarity in the now, going to redeem the reverberations of the nexus point of where things splintered off. The act of feeling that they don't exist, the act of aggression, the act of domination, and the reverberations of it, and entering a point of recognition and gratitude for it in order to siphon off and eradicate the reverberation into our now and choose from a space of all things being equal, and choose the wholeness and the dignity, the sanctity, the sacred essence of the individual, the song of freedom for which to choose their song without the static of what was, but to stand in the integrity of what you are and choose for yourself the song that you have to play for this world. When we witness this, we offer each other in the reflection of each other's eyes. We recognize a form of deliverance, a hope, what is possible. It is not natural for individuals to be apart. It is natural for individuals to be headed towards an ascension of embrace. And so when we see this happening in our time, it shows the world. What we know is possible and what we've heard, but it's a form of deliverance in our now. Reverberating to show young ones all over that what is possible for people to choose the freedom of their song without getting into the tit for tat of aggression and oppression. That you stand in what you are, and that's a beautiful, beautiful resonance. And it's because individuals have worked hard to import the music of the future into our now, so it filters into our now, where like resonances can awaken to hear that music. And it snowballs. And it goes louder and louder until it's the norm. It's the norm resonance. And so the light worker, the spiritually dynamic individual, has gone forth and gone through the difficult terrain, blazing the path that is now clear, a portal that's open without static, clearer for many innocent to witness and broadcast in their now, to reclaim the visions of the past and reformulate the reverberations of the past, so that the next generation will not be haunted by the past, but will see in the past a completely different narrative, a narrative of ascension and re-embrace. And that's glorious and beautiful. And those individuals who work with the heart, imparting along the earthly grid for all, they can take satisfaction in witnessing a glimpse of revelation. What is possible when you dance in the music and you broadcast it unconditionally for all, you find surprises.